Wow. Shohei Ohtani has officially signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers for 10 years, $700 million. Dude, we were thinking that he was going to get $500 million, maybe $600 if a team was crazy. He got $700. That's $70 million a year. Now, he's not actually getting $70 million a year. There's some details in the contract that I'll talk about a little later in the video. But dude, Shohei Ohtani now has the largest contract in North American sports history. As my guy Bengal pointed out, his contract is worth more than the GDP of several countries. This is insane. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna want me to be, sad and frustrated and upset when reacting to this because I'm an Angels fan. Ohtani's my favorite player. Obviously, it's been frustrating over the last 6 years not being able to do anything with him and Trout on the same team. I've heard it all. You can't really hurt me anymore with any of the insults. Which, trust me, we insult ourselves at this point. And I knew it was a long shot that Ohtani was going to re-sign with the Angels. I didn't expect it. And for what it's worth, I was in the camp of let's trade Ohtani at the deadline, not just this year, but last year as well. I wanted the Angels to move him because it was pretty clear that the direction of this franchise was not going in any direction that would make Shohei Ohtani get to the playoffs any faster. I respect the Angels for making some moves at the deadline this year to try to make that little playoff push, but it didn't work out. I didn't agree with the decision when they made it, but I at least respect them for trying. So no, I'm not all that upset. I've been at peace with the idea of Shohei not being an Angel in 2024. And yes, he's going to the Dodgers, the crosstown rival of the Angels. But I've said it many times on my channel. I have never bought into the Angels-Dodgers rivalry. It never made sense to me. Sure, they both play in Southern California. They both play about an hour away from each other. Cool. They're in different leagues, different divisions. The only time they meet is a couple games in the end of spring training and then a few games during the season during the Freeway Series. The rivalry is more for just fans and bragging rights. It doesn't actually matter. And for my entire life, I've lived closer to Dodger Stadium than I have Angel Stadium. I grew up going to more Dodger games than Angel games. I just always liked the Angels better, which is why I became an Angels fan. So out of all the places that Ohtani could have gone, I wanted him to go to the Dodgers. Now I can have even more opportunities to go see him play. I'm not a Dodger fan. I'm an Angels fan, but cool. He's closer. And I'm happy that Shohei is finally going to get the chance to play in the postseason because if the Dodgers don't make the postseason, man, I don't know what to tell you. You thought it was embarrassing for Ohtani to not be able to make the playoffs with Mike Trout on his team? Now he's got Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts. If the Dodgers don't have any success, that's more embarrassing than the Angels. The pressure's on them now. Anyway, that's kind of my reaction to the whole thing, but let's talk about this contract a little bit. I'm just going to read Jeff Passan's tweets. Shohei Ohtani's deal with the Dodgers is for 10 years and $700 million. Shohei Ohtani's contract has significant deferrals that include most of his salary, an idea, a source said, that was Ohtani's. In deferring the money, it reduces the cost of the competitive balance tax hit and will allow the Dodgers to build a better team around him. $700 million that Ohtani will receive from the Dodgers is the largest guarantee in sports history. And lastly, there's no opt-outs. What a deal, man. That is insane. And at first, when you see 10 years, $700 million, you're like, wow, $70 million a year. That's crazy. But with a lot of it being deferred, this allows the Dodgers to help build a team around Shohei Ohtani to have long-term success. And I think they have Freddie Freeman for 4 more years or something like that. They've got Mookie signed until, the year 2100. And now they have Ohtani for the next decade. I'm curious to see what the Dodgers do to add to this team. I think right now the Dodgers have to be looked at as the most fun team to look for in 2024. Yes, I know Juan Soto just went to the Yankees. Him and Aaron Judge back-to-back in the lineup is going to be sick. We're talking about a big three of Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. All three of those guys were in MVP talks this year to begin with. Shohei won it in the AL, and then Mookie finished second. And I think Freddie might have finished third, actually. I don't know if he did or not, but he was in there. Just insane, man. The Dodgers really pulled it off. Dude, when I saw $700 million, I was like, there's no way. Now, there is one question mark with Shohei Ohtani, and that's his health. He's now had a second surgery on his pitching elbow. And as far as I know, he's not supposed to be pitching in 2024. If he is, I think it's probably towards the later end of the year. But I think he should be good to hit in 2024 as a DH. I'm really curious to see how Ohtani is when he eventually gets back on the mound. I mean, He pitched a lot of innings with the Angels, and just his workload in general by playing both ways, he's put a lot of baseball innings into his body. If Shohei does end up pitching like the Ohtani that we saw in the past few years after this second surgery, I mean, dude, the Dodgers, they got the most talented player ever. They already did get the most talented player ever, but now they would have him for 10 years. There's going to be some people out there that say, you know, $700 million, that is not worth it to give to one single player. And I think for most players, I would actually agree with that. That is so much money to give to one dude, especially when you're trying to build a World Series winning roster of 26 players year in and year out. But you have to think about Ohtani as more than just a baseball player. Ohtani is a global brand at this point. This is not somebody that's just going to show up and hit the ball hard and give you 40 home runs, and when he's healthy again, give you 150 innings or whatever it is. Ohtani is going to give the Dodgers significant international appeal. They're going to make the $700 million back probably on jersey sales alone. You can't just look at Ohtani as a baseball player. You have to look at signing Ohtani as a baseball player and as a business move for your franchise. And I think he's worth the $700 million. I do. Maybe I'm biased for thinking that just because I've seen him on my team for 6 years and seen the impact that he has, not just on the field, but on the fan base and on social media. Ohtani is global. I think he's absolutely worth that $700 million price tag. That's kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. I do want to touch on the Angels real quick because, man, yeah, it's going to be a weird year in 2024, man. I honestly have no idea what to expect. I mean, I don't expect the team to be very good, but really I'm looking at 2024 and beyond now as more years to see kind of how the young talent on the Angels continues to develop. Guys like Zach Neto, guys like Logan O'Hoppe, even guys like Mickey Moniak. I think the Angels have a lot of really good young players that are able to play at the major league level. Who knows what you're going to get out of Mike Trout at this point? If he can stay healthy, he's probably going to be still one of the best players in baseball. I know he had a down year in 2023. We'll see if that continues into 2024. Hopefully it doesn't. If it does, we're looking at another rough end of the contract, but I have faith in Mike Trout. We'll see how he bounces back. But other than that, I don't really know what the outlook on the Angels is right now. Made those moves at the deadline to try to get, you know, Giolito and Mike Moustakas. Well, he wasn't a deadline move. He was a little earlier, I think. But they got guys and they didn't end up working out. They got players and then went like on a 7-game losing streak or something like that. Pretty embarrassing, honestly. Like I said, I wanted them to trade Ohtani and get some pieces back. They did not. Now he's walking and they don't have anything to show for it. So I really don't know what 2024 is going to look like for the Angels. I'm going to be there, you know, I'm going to be watching the games. I don't really have any expectations, honestly. So let me know in the comments what you think about Shohei's deal. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think the Dodgers paid too much? Are you a Blue Jays fan? Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about the whole thing. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I don't normally do videos like this, but this is too big of a player. I couldn't not do this. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.